नमो नमः. Learning Sanskrit by verses, verse number 73. Nano na nunno nunno no. Your co-student S.L. Abhyankar. The verse is Nano na nunno nunno no na 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 nanu nunno nunno na nunne no na ne na nunna nunna nut. पदच्छेदाः पदाभ्यासाः अन्वयार्थाश्च. नानाननाननु नानाननाः ननु नानाननाः नाना आननानि येषां ते नानाननाः अनेकमुखयुक्ताः नाना आननानि हैविंग मेनी माउथ्स इति अर्थः. अत्र संबोधन बहुवचनम् हे नानाननाः. Note, having many mouths means speaking variously. Nanananaha, ye who speak variously. Nanu avyayam, truly. No, 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 no. The breakup is padacheda hai na na unanunnaha. Na avyayam. Na nru means man. पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. ऊननुन्नः ऊनेन नुन्नः इति ऊननुन्नः तृतीया तत्पुरुषः. ऊनेन ऊन विशेषणम निकृष्ट नीच द लोली पर्सन. तृतीया एकवचनम ऊनेन इति निकृष्टेन नीचेन. नुन्नः नुद् इत्यस्य धातोः क्तविशेषणं नुन्न. अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. विद्धः पराजितः हार्म्ड इत्यर्थः. नुद् षष्ठम गण परस्मैपद. नुदति नुदते नुत्त और नुन्न प्रणुदति. टू पुश पुश और ड्राइव ऑन. ऊननुन्नः वन हु हैज बीन डिस्प्लेस्ड डिस्टर्ब्ड हार्म्ड पुश्ड by a lowly one. Nana unanunnaha, he is not a man who is harmed by a low man. No, na man. No, not. Unanunnaha, harmed by a low man, lowly man. Nunno no nana. Nunno naha ना अना. नुन्नो नः नुन्नः ऊनः येन सह. नुन्नो नः नुन्नो नः one who has harmed a lowly or weaker person. ना नृ man पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. अना न ना इति अना न तत्पुरुषः अपुरुषः. Na ana, that man is not a man. Nunno naha na ana, that man who has harmed a lowly or weaker person is not a man. Nunno nunno na nunne no. Nunnaha anunnaha na nunne naha. Nunnaha nud ityasya धातोः उक्त विशेषणं नुन्न. अत्र नुन्नः पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. विद्धः पराजितः हार्म्ड इत्यर्थः. एज अबव. अनुन्नः न नुन्नः इति अनुन्नः न तत्पुरुषः. अविद्धः अपराजितः इत्यर्थः. न अव्ययम नॉट. नुन्नेनः नुन्नः इनः यस्य सः नुन्नेनः. इनः इन एडजेक्टिव. Able, strong, powerful, mighty, bold, determined, glorious. Inaha, a lord, master. Loke bhavan jagadinah kalayavatirnaha. This is from Bhagavatam. Nanunnenah, one whose master is not harmed. Nunnaha anunnaha na nunnenaha. Even if wounded, he is unwounded if his master is not harmed. Nanena nunna nunna nut. Na anenaha nunna nunna nut. Anenaha na enaha yasya saha anenaha. Nay bahuri. Enas I asun nut. Noun. Sin, offense, fault. Anenaha, sinless, faultless. Na anenaha, not sinless, not faultless. Nunna nunna nut. Nunnaha cha iti nunna nunnaha. Atishayena nunnaha. Ityartha. Nunna nunnam nudati iti nunna nunna nut. One who harms one who is already very much wounded. Nut. Nud ityasya dhatoh shatru visheshanam nut. Na anenaha nunna nunna nut. One is not sinless, not faultless, if one harms one who is already very much wounded. Overall meaning, Saramshataha. Nana nanaha, ye who speak variously, nanu truly, unanunnaha nana. He who is harmed by a lower man is not a man. Nunnonaha na ana. He who harms or smarts over a lowly person is also not a man. Nanunnenaha. One whose master is not harmed, nunnaha api anunnaha. Even if wounded, is not wounded. Nunna nunna nut. One who harms one who is already wounded, anenaha na. He is not free of guilt. छंदो विश्लेषण न नो न नुन्नो नुन्नो नो अष्टाक्षराणि नो नुन्नो एतेषां मात्राः द्वे एका द्वे नाना नाना न नाननु अष्टाक्षराणि न नान एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका नुन्नो नुन्नो न नुन्नेनो अष्टाक्षराणि न नुन्ने एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे नानेना नुन्न नुन्न नुत् नुन्न नुन् नुन्न नुन्न एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका प्रथमे पादे अपवादः अन्यथा अनुष्टुप् छन्दः स्वाध्यायः नोट्स ऑफ सेल्फ स्टडी as is obvious the entire श्लोकः in the entire श्लोकः there is only one consonant no except the at the end. Such alacrity in composing poetry is possible only in Sanskrit, not in any other language in the world. This shloka is 14th Chaturdashaha shloka in 15th Panchadashaha sargaha in Kiratarjuniyam by Mahakavi Bharavi of the 5th century. In Kiratarjuniyam, there are 1040 shlokas which are in 18 sargaha of the Mahakavyam. The incident Kiratarjuniyam is detailed in Mahabharatam in just 84 shlokas of the 39th Ekona Chatvarimshodhyayah in Kairata Parva, a part of the Vana Parva. To compose a poetry as long as 1040 shlokas based on an incident narrated in the original in just 84 shlokas is itself a matter of poetic genius. That is why Bharavi is regarded as a Mahakavi. Even the 84 shloka long composition in Mahabharatam itself seems to be too long because the gist of the incident is that Arjuna had gone hunting and had shot a wild boar. When he reached the boar, he found the boar having been hit by 2 arrows. Just when he was wondering about the second arrow, a tribal hunter appeared. An argument ensued about the rightful owner of the kill. But it was time for Arjuna to do his prayer. He took some mud, prepared a Shivalingam, offered a flower, and bowed with folded hands and eyes closed. When he opened his eyes, there was no flower on the Shivalingam. On looking around, he noticed that the flower had adorned Shiva in person, who had come there in the disguise of a tribal hunter. Shiva was pleased at Arjuna not defaulting in his self-adopted routine of prayers, even in the situation of an argument with an adversary. Shiva blessed him with Pashupatasram. So the incident can be summarized in just 8 sentences. But there are 84 shlokaha in Mahabharatam and 1040 shlokaha in Kiratarjuniya. Certainly, one life is not enough to study what all ancient literature is available in Sanskrit. Also, it is not that the poetic genius is found only in the Sanskrit literature of ancient past. Recently, Professor Madhav Deshpande posted on his Facebook page his 70 stanzas long poem on Kalyana Mitra Charanau Sharanam Prapadye in Vasanta Tilaka meter. He had composed that poem when he was just 20 years. He also composed over the last 2-3 years 1000 plus Krishna verses in Ashutshubh meter. See, the point is, you get into Sanskrit, Sanskrit gets into you. Coming to the shlokaha which we are studying, if there is to be a rating question, is the shlokaha beautiful? I guess the ratings the shlokaha would get would be in a wide range from poor to best. First of all, it is not very easy to recite it from memory without any error. The meaning and message which it wants to convey is very noble and valuable. But does it get conveyed smoothly? If the purpose of language is to convey a meaningful thought, should not the language be simple and easy to grasp? But it is granted to poets that they have the liberty to express their thoughts, indulging in whatever linguistic jugglery they would choose. Nirankushah kavayaha. No restraint as far as the poets are concerned. Words in the shlokaha are such that their usage in the vast Sanskrit literature seems to be rather rare. Na, for example, as Pullingam Prathama Ekvachan of Nru, and its antonym Ana. Very rare. Inaha, the master, again rare. Nunna, Takrudantam of Nud. Now, Dhatuh Nud has a wide range of meanings and also extended meanings. In Aptay Dictionary, Nud, Shashtam Ganaha Ubhaypadi, Nudati Te Nutta or Nunna Pranudati, to push or drive on. Extended meanings can be to displace, to dispose, that is, remove from position, to disturb, to harm, to wound, to defeat. In Dhatu Patha, Nud, Nudang, Prerane, to inspire, Tudatihi. Shashtam Ganiha, Ubhayapadi, Sakarmakaha, Anit. Nudam Prerane, to inspire, to urge, Tudatihi, Parasmaipadi, Sakarmakaha, Anit. Another uncommon or rare usage word is enaha, that is guilt. It seems Nud as Shatrukrudantam of Nud is formatted with some liberty from Sanskrit grammar. Should it be Nudat? I just have a doubt. The complete line Nunnaha anunnaha nanunnenaha brings to mind the anecdote of Karnaha, suffering the sting of a bee, but tolerating that suffering. Sting of a bee, nunnaha, but tolerating that suffering, anunnaha, because he did not want sleep of his Guru, Sri Parshurama, to be disturbed, nanunnenaha. A person, even if wounded, is not wounded if his inaha, that is master, is not disturbed. So the line is not just hypothetical. There have been many leaders, especially military commanders, such as the Maratha King Shiva Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj or Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who enjoyed undeterred faith of their lieutenants and soldiers, readiness to die for the master's word, his master's voice, HMV. It seems that the address phrase Nana Nana Nanu can also be translated by the colloquial idiom, whatever one may say. The fact remains, Nanu, the fact remains that Nana Nana, whatever one may say, Nana Nana, whatever may be spoken variously. So whatever one may say, the fact remains that. That can be the translation of Nana Nana Nanu. The phrase Unanunnaha Nana, one who is not a man if defeated by a lowly person, seems to be one with double meaning. The commander can use this to undermine the enemy as being weak and in turn enthuse his army to fight the war with enhanced confidence. But undermining your adversary may not always be a good strategy, as is well depicted in Charlie Chaplin's film The Champion. Even in Gita, having enumerated to Dronacharya the great warriors in both camps, Duryodhana is not sure whether his huge army, aparyaptam balam, is adequate, paryaptam or aparyaptam, to fight against the limited paryaptam army of Pandavaha. His army was larger in the ratio of 11:7, but the strength of an army is not just in numbers. The phrase Unanunnaha Nana, one is not a man if defeated by a lowly person, premises the adversary to be low. Is the premise justified? The proverbial wisdom is success is its own reward. It is the success which endorses who is weak and who is strong. So it is not to be determined beforehand. I have ended up rediscussing many phrases, bringing out more shades of their meanings. Now the shloka becomes more and more appealing, right? In fact, richness of meaning is said to be the specialty of the poetry of Mahakavi Bharavihi. There is a shloka summarizing specialties of the poetries of four great poets. Upama Kalidasasya Bharaver Artha Gauravam Dandinah Padala Alityam Maghe Santitrayo Gunaha. Kalidasa is well known for Upama, similes and metaphors. Bharavihi is well known for Artha Gauravam, richness of meaning. Dandi is well known for Padalalityam, the metrical rhythm, melodiousness. Magha is well known for all three. The previous shloka, Bhurivir Bharivir Bhira, was from Shishupal Vadha by Mahakavi Magha in the 7th or 8th century. Shishupal Vadha is an epic poem of about 1800 highly ornate stanzas in 20 sargas and is considered one of the Pancha Mahakavyani. It is also known as the Magha Kavyam after its author Magha. So, by the study of the two shlokas, the one Bhuribhir Bharibhir Bhira and this one, we have got a glimpse of the poetic genius of Mahakavi Magha and Mahakavi Bharavi. We also studied Shlokaha Va Agarthaviva Sampruktav from Kumara Sambhavam and Nanva Atmanam Bahuviganayan from Meghadutam, both from by Mahakavi Kalidasa. See verse number 37 and verse number 53 in this playlist, Learning Sanskrit by Verses. Note, Kumara Sambhavam and Meghadutam are also two of the Pancha Mahakavyan. Let me see which shlokaha from the fifth Mahakavyam, Naishadhiya Charitam by Mahakavi Harsha, or which shlokaha from Kavyadarshaha by Mahakavi Dandi I can study. Shubhamastu.